Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy Mazi. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So guys, let's talk about Cayman Islands. I've talked about Cayman in my channel severally. Okay, Cayman is one of the best country in the Caribbean. Yes, it's one of the best country in the Caribbean. So if you have gotten a Cayman visa or Cayman Islands visa, just know that you have gotten a best visa, and you are going to the best country. But if you are going to Cayman Island with a tourist visa with hope that you will convert it in the country, just know that you cannot be able to convert Cayman Islands tourist visa to working visa in Cayman. Yes, and again, know that Cayman Islands is a very expensive country. Very expensive. The cost of living in Cayman Islands is very high. Okay, so it's very expensive. It's very expensive country. But at the same time, Cayman Island is a very nice country. There's a whole lot of jobs in Cayman Islands. So if you have gotten a visa to Cayman Island, know that you have gotten a good visa and you are going to a nice country. Okay, so now, how do you move to Cayman Islands without a transit visa from Nigeria or from Ghana or from any part of Africa? How do you move to Cayman Islands without a transit visa? There are so many routes to go to Cayman Islands. We have the UK route, we have the US route, we have the Cuba route, we have the Panama route, we have the Brazil route, we have the Argentina route. So there are so many routes to go to Cayman Islands. Okay, and all the routes, and each of those routes requires a transit visa. Each of those routes requires a transit visa. Then how do you move to Cayman Islands without a transit visa? Getting a US visa is very hard. Yes, getting a US visa is very hard, and also getting a UK visa is also very hard, and also getting a Canadian visa is also very hard. So how do you move to Cayman Islands? So we have two options. The Cuba route and Panama route. Okay, so the Cuba route, some countries in Africa doesn't need a visa to pass through Cuba. Okay, some countries in Africa doesn't need a visa to pass through Cuba, while some countries in Africa need a visa to pass through Cuba. Okay, so those that doesn't need a visa to pass through Cuba are Kenyans, Ugandans, Zimbabweans, South Africans, okay, and so on. These guys, they don't need a visa to pass through Cuba. So if you are a citizen of those countries that I just mentioned, and you have gotten your Cayman visa, just pack your bag, book your ticket. Okay, remember that there's no one-way flight. You have to book your ticket from your country to Cuba, from Cuba to Cayman Islands. Okay, so, and the best airline to do that is Turkish Airline and Cayman Airways. So once you are doing that, make sure that the layover does not exceed 8 to 12 hours. So for my Niger brothers, you need a visa to pass through Cuba. You need a confirmation visa to pass through Cuba. So if you have gotten a Cayman Islands visa and you are looking for a best route to go, contact me. If you are a Nigerian guy, I will help you get you a visa, a confirmation visa from the Cuba embassy in Abuja to travel to Cayman Islands. Then there's another route, Argentina route. In Argentina, you doesn't need a visa to pass through Argentina. Okay, if you're passing through Argentina to Cayman Islands, it doesn't need a visa to pass through Argentina. Okay, so far that you do not leave the airport, and your transit visa does not exceed 72 hours, so it doesn't need a visa to pass Argentina route. Then we have the Panama. Yes, of course, it doesn't need a visa to pass through Panama. Yes, it doesn't need a visa to pass through Panama. Okay, so far your layover is not more than 12 hours. Okay, it doesn't need a visa to pass through Panama. So and which airline will you board to Argentina? The same thing, Turkish airline. So you have to get a Turkish airline from your country in Africa to Argentina, and it doesn't need a visa to pass through Argentina. And also, once you are booking your ticket, make sure that all your tickets will be in a round trip ticket. All your tickets should be in a round trip ticket. Okay, so that is it, guys. So that is it, and that is how you can successfully move to Cayman Islands. Okay, so other routes like Canadian routes, US route, and UK route is you must need a visa. You will need a visa to pass through those countries, and many times it's very hard to get those visas. So instead of you to start wasting time while your visa duration is getting expired, it's better you just take that take the other option and move to Cayman Islands. So that is it, guys. So see you in my next video. Bye.